What's good, YouTube? Agent the Kid back in another reaction video. Today we got another horror story video. Today we got True Truck Drivers Horror Story animated by Juan Cine Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Man, Halloween just passed like last week. I think this was also posted last week. I think, yeah. So I like doing horror stories, bro, because they're not even scary, bro. So if I get scared, y'all gotta leave punishment in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But we can get straight to it.
So my mother told me this story years after it happened. My dad was a truck driver at the time he left the military in the early 70s.
Okay.
By the time my siblings and I were born, he only drove in our home state of Texas, and
Okay.
summers were extremely busy for him. This incident
Don't mess with
happened during the
Texas.
mid-80s on one of his extended trips across Texas. I believe he was driving south on 281. He was getting tired when he pulled his rig into the parking lot of a truck stop. He was making his way to the on-site convenience store when he noticed a young woman pacing back and forth in front of the shop. She looked to be in her early 20s, slim, very pretty,
Ooh,
blonde, and wearing a tank top
how
with
was that
cut-off
blonde?
shorts,
Oh,
normal attire for Texas summers. She was carrying what looked like a plate covered in aluminum foil, as if she was making
he
her
got
way
caught
home from a
peeking.
family barbecue. He finished his business in the store and headed back to his truck. As he got in, he was stunned to see that the
How do
blonde
people
woman was
drive
now
those?
sitting in his passenger seat.
What?
He was utterly shocked. He had no clue who this woman was or how she got past his
Yo!
locked door. My dad was always very vigilant on the
Come on,
road.
bro. I thought
He
he
never
was
left his truck unlocked. He demanded that she get out of his truck.
get out of my
He wasn't
car
afraid at this
now.
point, but something felt off about this mysterious woman. She sat there and looked at him, with the covered plate on her lap, not
What?
saying a word.
Well, so first off, you
For a
break into my
moment he
car,
wondered if he should just
and
get
then you sit in
out,
my passenger
walk
seat.
over to the passenger side door, and just yank her out of the cab. But he decided against it,
Have y'all seen that
still
video?
not
He's
sure
like, get out of
why.
my car. Nah.
The whole thing was beyond strange, so my
Nah, bro.
dad, against
I'm not driving with her in the car, bro. She shouldn't even be in the car. Your dad's weird.
the whole thing was beyond strange, so my dad, against his better judgment, turned his rig on and drives off, with the blonde woman still in his passenger seat. A few miles up the road, he attempts to make conversation. I guess he was trying to
Why?
quell the extreme discomfort he
I'll
felt.
have a conversation with
He
the
asked
police
her
first.
name, but again, the woman remained silent.
Nah, bro.
As they continued down the
She finna
highway,
kill you.
lustful thoughts began to creep into my dad's mind. I'm sure it had been a while since he had last seen my mother. Out there in the rural Texas
Bruh.
roads, who would find out? Just this one time. What could happen, right?
Freaking
My
fruit
dad
fly.
puts his hand on her thigh, right above her knee.
No, 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 bro. Come on, bro. Come on now. I know you just got out the military. You gotta keep it solid, bro. You can't be folding for these women. Come on, son. Come on, man.
As soon as he touched her, the blonde woman turned from a gorgeous young woman into some kind of hellish
You shouldn't have
monster.
been trying to touch her in the first
Her
place.
face turned rugged, and her eyes were now black pits. Her teeth had turned into sharp fangs, with a long,
Oh,
unnatural-looking tongue.
that's nasty.
The demonic figure let out a guttural hiss. From the plate she was still holding came the sounds of slimy movements, as if there was a pile of writhing worms beneath the floor.
What?
A putrid smell permeated the truck's cab, and my dad quickly turned his face from her and managed to bring his rig to a stop on the side
This man was still driving. I just realized. This man was trying to get freaky while driving.
of the road. As the truck came to a halt, my dad opened his door and jumped out of his truck. After taking a few moments to compose himself
Why even
and
take
allow his
off with her
breathing to
in the
return to
car?
normal, he looked back at his truck. The demonic woman had vanished. He was now
Alright, get
alone
back in
on
and
the
take
road.
off.
He started to pray, asking for God to rebuke the evil spirit.
You shouldn't have been trying to
got
mess
back
with
into his
women
truck
other
and
than
drove
your wife.
off.
Feel me?
The woman did not return. However, It was a while before the lingering stench
She
dissipated.
done pissed in a chair. That's
When
sick.
my dad got home from that trip, he recounted everything to my mother. He had been so scared that my mother would not forgive
Bet you
him
he
for
ain't
his
tell her he was
unfaithful
cheating.
indiscretion.
Wait, what'd he
He
say?
had scared that my mother would not forgive him for his unfaithful indiscretion. He had seen a lot in his life, but nothing had ever frightened him like that before. He blamed himself for having impure thoughts, and perhaps that's why he attracted the evil spirit.
Wow.
I know many might say that people cheat on their partners all the time,
You shouldn't.
and nothing like this happens to them.
People just
I
can't
can't
stay to one
explain
people. It's
why.
weird.
I only know what happened to my father on the dark, lonely roads of Texas. When I was older, I brought up this experience to him
Oh, you
and
look like
asked,
you look just like him.
"Dad, did that really happen to you?" He would never respond with words and just nodded.
Okay. Look, hey, I think we can all learn a valuable lesson, you know what I'm saying? If you're driving, first off, you shouldn't even really be going to gas stations at night. Cause that's when bad stuff be happening. Uh alright, so yeah. Don't go to the gas station at night. Uh don't get out the military, go to the gas station at night and try to get free with a random woman who just hopped in your car at night. That's number 3. And then number 2. I don't know. Call the cops. Yeah, call the cops.